Obviously, tonight was a really hard-fought battle. I thought that we had a lot of respect for Wright State and their coach and their players. They've been together for several years and have a really good body of work. They're picked again this year, and we knew how good they were coming into the game, and we were really excited about having a chance to play them. I think throughout as the game wore on there, we were able to do some good things, scoring the basketball. We were able to. It was a back and forth affair for a long period of time. They had to deal with adversity, so did we, with some foul trouble and stuff. But at the end of the night, it came down to rebounding. I do think they looked a little bit more comfortable at times. That down the stretch, they knew exactly where they were going to go with the ball, and if they didn't score it from that position, they certainly just went and got it back. So proud of our effort in a lot of areas, but we did not compete well enough on the backboard. And it's not any one person, it's all five guys out there. So we got to look at ourselves and own that. We got to address that. But there was a lot of really positive things for our young basketball team to look at, to learn from, to gain experience, to develop a belief and trust in each other. And now the challenge is, can these guys hold themselves to a higher standard as individuals every single day? Going to school, being servants in this community, and obviously as basketball players on the court. If we do that, we'll continue to make progress. If we think it's going to be easy and we can just roll back out there and kind of get those things, it wasn't good enough to get the results we wanted. So, but we're going to have another opportunity coming up here against another team is picked to compete for their conference championship, and these are all things that are going to really challenge us and get us ready for conference play. So we're going to find a lot about ourselves moving forward. We had a really tough stretch here with these 4 games in 7 days, but tonight I thought we competed, and it was good to be at home, and we're disappointed with the loss. We just got to use this failure and learn as much as we can from it.
Questions? Coach, what is it like to play in a game that's as close as this one is, and how does that help you down the road, getting this kind of a game?
Well, we'll find out. Again, I think it's going to come down to what type of team we want to be, and our players and coaches. How much can we extract from this? Where did we do well? Where do we need to get better? We need to develop some other players. We've got some other guys on our team that have been really practicing really well, but they haven't been able to get it into the game yet. So they're going to have to show up and earn trust and belief, and that we can put those guys in there and they perform well. The guys that are playing right now, I think whoever's doing well would be the first one to tell you probably that there's something they can do better. On a night like tonight, it's probably, from an offensive perspective, we had 2 more jump stops and pivots. We probably find 2 more open shots. If everybody had 2 more blockouts, maybe instead of them getting 20, they get 14 or 15. All those little games of inches add up to winning and losing. So we're going to find out how committed we are. And what we've talked to our guys about this, in terms of sparking a fire in ourselves and getting this thing raging where you can't put it out. You just have to let it burn. Or is this going to be something that kind of catches fire? And I want to learn, grow, and get better with the fundamentals of the game, with being a great teammate, with taking care of my body so I can give me the best chance to use the experience that I gained tonight and make me a better basketball player, which is the best thing for our team? Or do we kind of say, all we got to do is make 1 or 2 more shots and not really understand the things that it took to win the game that we didn't do?
And then, in those final moments, or in all of overtime, really, you guys had been making clutch shots to keep it close, but then in the overtime period, it just kind of faded. What happened in that overtime? Was it more of rebounding, or was there something else in there?
No, I think they made a couple shots. You got to give those guys credit. They stepped up. Like I said, I think they felt more comfortable with what they were going to do, where they were going the ball. They looked like an experienced veteran basketball team. And then, like I said, when they did miss it, they just got it back.
Yeah.
So we did some good things defensively there to get them to miss. We just didn't come up with the basketball. And all good defense enters the rebound. So that's something that as a team we really, really got to understand. We really, really got to address. Offensively, I thought we looked a little uncomfortable there once on the break. We didn't have any spacing. We kind of drove the ball in there and didn't get our best shot. We didn't play off 2 feet. Then the next time down the floor, we missed an assignment, didn't execute the play correctly. The ball got swung to somebody, and we took an early 2.2, where if we just stay patient and calm, maybe we get a better one. We can certainly get that one at any moment in time as the clock winds down. So those are all things that 10 freshmen and sophomores will learn from, grow and get better. But you got to understand too, our whole team's like a freshman. And our coaches are brand new, so we're all learning, trying to learn each other, learn together. And tonight we were in the heat of battle. It was a really good contest, and but I did think that we had some fight in a lot of areas. I felt like our attitude and our body language was really good, even when things were getting hard. Maybe they were, beating us up. We kind of stayed together. That last defensive stand in regulation was awesome. We pushed back. We guarded their actions. There was a loose ball. We came up with it. Just got to find a way to get more of those types of possessions. That will move us towards, having a chance to get the result we want.
Darius, great game out there tonight for you. Whenever your offense was clicking, what was going on? What were you guys doing right?
What we was doing right, I think that when we got into the lane and played off 2 feet and pivoted and found each other, the ball was moving, the offense was flowing, and rebounding on the offensive glass to give us second chances got us going a lot.
Coach, Wright State's an archetype of kind of what this program wants to be in a few years, because they've been a good power team in the Horizon League. To be able to put this performance together tonight, how huge is that for this program?
Well, I think all those things are yet to be determined.
Yeah.
You don't just start making predictions off of one performance, and especially one that you didn't get the results you wanted. So like right now, we're fighting for culture every single day. We want to stick to our code, and that is understanding what our job is, what our role is, why it's important to do it a certain way, doing it with maximum effort every single play, and doing it to completion with great mental and physical toughness, and then keeping a great attitude where I'm always thinking about my teammates, I'm always thinking about Tennessee Tech, and then owning everything, all the results, the good and the bad, and making no excuses. So for us, those are the wins. And at the end of the day, and trying to get this thing established, that's where we're really judging ourselves. We understand that at some point in time we got to start playing better basketball. Our turnovers came down tonight. That's positive. We had another 15 assists. That's really good in the game. We're getting them scoring from some different places right now. But we need to grow and develop and get some, guys off the bench. That's our first opportunity to play in overtime. I think, for us, the challenge is going to be, okay, practice is really important. Here's why. These games are really important, and not just when you're playing conference guys that are conference champions and predicted to be champions. So it's an everyday walk for us. We aspire to do those things. We need to get bigger and stronger in the weight room. We need to continue to recruit and elevate our talent. There's a lot of things going on, but for us, we are happy with our fight. We're happy with the way we competed in a lot of areas, but we got a long way to go before we can close somebody like this out. And the good news is for us, this is not going to be the last conference, preseason favorite. We're going to have a lot more opportunities before we even get to conference play to learn, grow, and get better. And I think these guys will be excited about that.
One more thing, you said you got a lot of people, that are going to be picked to win their conference on your. Do you like playing a tougher schedule like that?
Yeah, I think it's really important, especially getting established. Practice is good for us. We had to do that. Training is really, really important. But the games for us are the hot stove. You're probably told at some point in time not to touch the stove. It's hot. You're gonna burn your hand. It didn't really matter until you touched it yourself.
Right.
That puts the emotion into it. So these guys have heard us talk nonstop about we want to be a block-out team. Okay, we want to be a team with a hit-first mentality. They've heard that. Tonight, they touched the hot stove. They lost an opportunity, probably in a lot of areas. We have to go back and watch the film. But if no other area, defensive rebounding, giving up too many. So if we learn our lesson and never let this repeat itself, then that will be a great, great lesson for us. Otherwise, we're just going to waste a failure.
Thank you guys.